If this monster landed on your roof tonight, your house wouldn't be a shelter. It would be a lunchbox. This isn't just a flyer, it's a giraffe-sized nightmare that hunts on two solid feet. Meet Hatzegopteryx. 66 million years ago, Hatzeg Island was a world of miniature giants. While dinosaurs ruled the mainland, this island had a different king, a pterosaur that abandoned the sky to become a terrestrial executioner. Welcome back to Extinct Earth. I'm John. Today, we're reconstructing the terrifying mechanics of Hatzegopteryx, the heavy-built monster that turned the largest wings in history into the ultimate walking weapon. While other pterosaurs were built for grace, Hatzegopteryx was built for impact. Its neck was half a meter wide, engineered to withstand the colossal force of impaling prey on the ground. This was a biological tank. Its primary weapon was a 9-foot skull. Unlike its slender relatives, this bird had a jaw designed to crush. It didn't just swallow prey, it shattered their skeletal systems with a single high-pressure snap. Imagine a giraffe, then replace its gentle nature with the predatory instinct of a hawk and the weight of a small car. It stood 18 feet tall, looking down on the dinosaurs it hunted with cold, calculating precision. The mystery lies in its takeoff. How does a quarter-ton animal get airborne? Scientists believe it used a powerful quadrupedal launch, using its massive arm muscles to catapult itself into the sky. But once it landed, it was a different beast entirely. Its diet was a list of island icons: dwarf dinosaurs, primitive mammals, and early crocodiles. It was the undisputed monarch of Hatzeg, and on this island, size really did matter. It was the predator that outranked everyone. The hunt starts on the ground. Hatzegopteryx folds its wings and walks like a giant four-legged spider. It moves silently through the brush, closing the distance with a terrifying rhythmic stride. There is no warning. The predator doesn't jump. It strikes. Using its massive neck as a spear, it drives its 9-foot beak into the target with the velocity of a high-speed projectile. The jaws clamp down with thousands of pounds of pressure. It doesn't just bite, it erases the skeletal integrity of the prey. The struggle is violent, but it is instantly over. The king has fed. In the world of the Cretaceous Islands, this was the absolute end of the line. Hatzegopteryx didn't just hunt, it dominated. The throne was made of bone and it sat at the very top. Survival was an island game. Juvenile Hatzegopteryx were born with the ability to fly almost immediately, but they were vulnerable to the very giants they would one day become. They had to stay high in the trees to stay alive. The young were agile, but often targeted by smaller island predators. Only the most cautious survived to see their first decade and descend to the ground to claim their place as the new island kings. Their only true rivals were the island's apex crocodiles. These were clashes of pure reach versus raw biting power, a war for the limited resources of an isolated world that lasted for millions of years. But often, the greatest threat to a Hatzegopteryx was its own kind. Territorial disputes were settled with bone-crushing beak strikes that left lifelong scars. On Hatzeg, there was only room for one king. But their reign was brought to an end by the same fire that claimed the dinosaurs. The asteroid didn't just end the mainland giants, it silenced the island kings forever. The age of the flying tank was over. The ash choked the skies and the food chain collapsed. For an animal this specialized, there was no backup plan. The giant shadow simply faded into the gray silence of extinction. Impact rating: terminal. They left no descendants, but their legacy lives on in the behavior of modern storks, smaller, more delicate hunters that still use the same terrestrial stalking techniques, a ghost of a giant in a smaller world. The first fossils found in Romania in the early 2000s changed everything we knew about pterosaurs. They proved that nature had given the sky one last, terrifying shot at ruling the Earth. But the most terrifying part? We share our world with their distant cousins today. They're just waiting for the world to change again. We might have underestimated what the sky is truly capable of. Which ancient creature should we bring back next? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into the avian past, hit that like button and subscribe to Extinct Earth. We'll see you in the next era.